Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will do some practicals on Apache Hive. It is the fourth video in my big data series. In first video we created a virtual machine of Ubuntu in our Windows PC. In second video we installed Hadoop on top of it. In third video we performed word count of program using MapReduce. In fourth video we installed Hive. Now in fifth video we will do some Hive practicals. So sorry for the delay, this video is quite late, but let's get started. So in this video I will only cover practicals. We will cover theory in some another video. So first I have to start all the Hadoop services. I will write start all.sh. So here's a quick intro about Apache Hive. Apache Hive is for data warehousing on top of Hadoop. So Apache Hive is a data warehousing system on top of Hadoop. It uses HiveQL. It is a SQL-like language created by Facebook and now managed by Apache Software Foundation. It is open source. It is suitable for large-scale analytics, not for OLTP. It converts queries into MapReduce, Page or Spark jobs. We are using MapReduce today. We are not using any another analytic engine. We are using MapReduce. So all the services are up and running. We can confirm using JPS command. You can see all the nodes are coming up and running. So I have to write Hive in small letters to access my Hive terminal. Not in capital letters. Not in capital letters. I have to write Hive in small letters. You can see I will get Hive terminal. See, now my first command is show databases. It will show me all the available databases in my Hive. So you can see there is only one database named default. If I will start creating tables, all the tables will be created inside this default database by default. So this is very important step. You have to specify which database you are using. If you will not specify any database, Hive will use default database. So I am creating a database. I will write create database student. For example, student. I am creating student database, or I am naming it students. I am creating students database. Now if I will write show databases, it will show me two databases, default and students. So still, if I will write any queries like create table, students info, whatever I want to do, it will create all the tables inside default database. So I have to specify which database I am using. So I have to write use. I can write capital or in small letters, is up to me. I will write use students. Now I will use students database to create all the tables that I will create. So yes, I will create a table. So I will write create table, name of the table, like in my case I am writing student info. Create table student info. First column name is id and data type is int, and another column name is like for example name, and data type is string means alphabetical data, and another table column name is marks and data type is int, or we can write float, whatever we want to do. I am writing int. Okay, now same like SQL, but yes, we have to write row format delimited, and fields terminated by, and I have to specify my separator. I can write this way. Now it will create a table inside my current database that I have selected. If I will not use this command, use students, name of my database, it will create inside default database, but I have specified use students because I have created student database. You can see here. So this table is created inside students database. Table name is student underscore info. Now, so Hive has two kind of table. This is for managed table. It is managed by Hive itself. So if I will drop this table will be permanently deleted. So it is managed by Hive, store inside Hive Metastore. But there is another kind of table in Hive. This is called external table. This table is in HDFS. So this table, if I will drop external table, it will be not dropped permanently. It will still exist in my HDFS. So to create external table, I have to write this command: create external table. External table. The name of table, for example, I am writing employees, employee. ठीक है. Now I will write column name and data type of column. I am just writing schema of my table, external table, same like I did for manage table. Name is string and salary is float, for example, float. And I will write row for mat delimited fields terminated by. Now I have to write the path of my HDFS where I want to store it. So it will create path for me. I don't have to create folder using mkdir command in my HDFS. It will automatically create it. I will write location, and like for example, I am creating inside like it is November month. I'm writing November. I have to write this first. November, inside November, EMP. So it is external table. It is what? It is external table. So like you can see, it is created. How we can confirm it? We can confirm it using two ways. First way is using this. Like if I will see here, there is November folder. Inside there is employee table. But it is currently no data in the table. So yes, you can also confirm it using HDFS. So you have to write Hadoop FS ls nov emp. It is empty, that's why it shows us nothing, but you can see it is inside our HDFS. So it is called external table. It is called what? External table. So we have created one managed table. It is managed by Hive. If we will drop it, it will be permanently deleted, and this is for external table. Even if we will drop it, it will be not dropped permanently because it is in our HDFS. So now we will load data for practicals. So there is two ways to load data in Hive. One is using local, one is from local, another is from HDFS. So first let me exit from Hive terminal, or I'm not exiting, I am just creating a new terminal. So I am creating a new file. For example, I am naming it YouTube. Yeah, I'm writing November dot CSV. Okay, I am writing the I'm creating table for students. ID is 1, name is Lavnish, and marks is 96, and ID is 2, name is Anu, and marks is 95. ID is 3 and name is Aman, and marks is 75. ID is 4, name is Raju, and marks is 88. ID is 5 and name is Ranj, and marks is 66. I am pressing Ctrl X Y enter. So you know where it is. My present working directory is home Nilet. So this file is inside home Nilet You can see this file is inside my Linux file system. So I can load this file directly into my external table or internal table, manage table or external table. I am loading it into my manage table. So how I can do it? I can simply write, first let me show you all the tables. To show tables, so I have two tables, student info and employee. I am loading from my local to student info. So I have to write load data local. It is very important. I am loading from local in path, and path of my file, it is what? Home niled nov.csv, nov, not nav. My file name is nov.csv, where into table I have to specify table name. Into table student underscore info, loading data. See, if I will write select star from student underscore info, it will show me all the data like Lavnish, Aman, Raju, Ranish, etc. Now, if I want to load from HDFS, how I can do it? For example, I am creating another file. I am naming it rr.csv, and I am writing what? I am writing another row here, 6, comma Ravi, and marks is 55. Now I will put this file into my HDFS. First I have to create a directory in my HDFS where I want to put this file. I will write Hadoop FS, or I can write Hadoop HDFS, Hadoop DFS. It is up to me. I want to write Hadoop FS or Hadoop DFS. It is a new way to write Hadoop commands. Hadoop FS. So I am writing Hadoop FS. Hadoop FS mkdir, and name of the directory is rr, for example. So it will create a rr directory in my Hadoop the HDFS. See, rr directory, but it is currently empty. So I have to put this file inside my Hadoop rr directory. I will write HDFS DFS or Hadoop FS. For example, I am writing Hadoop FS put. What to put? Where to put? You have to put this file. It is inside home niled and rr.txt, rr.csv. You have to put it inside rr directory. Let's see if it is. See, rr.csv. You can also confirm using terminal. If you are not able to access this UI, you can write this you can write this. See, this is inside our Hadoop distributed file system. Now I can load this file from HDFS to my table. To do so, I have to write same like we did before, but I don't have to write this local keyword here. I have to write load data in path and then path of my file, my HDFS path, not local path. I have to write my HDFS path. Oh, it get stuck. So I have to write my HDFS path. So my HDFS path is what? RR, and inside RR there is rr.csv, but I don't have to write this local because I'm not loading from local. See, this way, and then I have to press enter, and I have to specify in which table I want to load it. I want to load it in same table, for example. into table student info. Done. Now if I will write select star from student info, you can see another row here. This row is I just loaded from HDFS, and all rest of rows I have loaded from local. I just want to show you two different ways to load file into Hadoop into Hive table. I So till now I covered creating a database, creating a table, creating a managed table, creating a external table. Okay, I explained difference between managed table and external table. I taught you how to load file from local and also showed you how to load file from HDFS. Now Now we have some data in our table. Now we can use some queries. Assume that this data is very large. It has so many rows and columns. So we can perform some SQL like queries to play with our data. So to explain why we are using Hive. So yes, Facebook has created a SQL like interface for uh, analyzing large data sets. So we don't have to write Java programs to do some operations on data. We can write queries, and Hive will write a Java program for us and will execute it on MapReduce, and then our work will be done. For example, I am writing a query. Like it is also a query we just wrote, select star from student info. You can see another query we can write is select name comma marks from table name student underscore info where where marks is greater than 90. Okay, where marks is greater than 90. Let's see Lavnish and Anu has marks greater than 90. So he showed me it is called where clause. I can also show you demo of group by. For example, select marks comma count wait select marks comma count, and I'm selecting all from student info group by marks. It's called group by I'm grouping by marks column. So it is running a MapReduce job that you can visualize here. See, MapReduce job. So we are not writing Java program. See, it is in accepted state. It is in running state. You can see here it is currently running. It is still in running state. It is still in running state. It is still in running state. It will take some time. It is finished. So you can see here. We 55 students had uh, one student has 55 marks, one student has 66 marks, so no student has similar marks. That's why it returned this kind of output. But yes, now there is order by clause, so we can write select star from student underscore info order by marks, and here I can specify ascending or descending order. For example, I can write ascending order. It will run a MapReduce it will run a MapReduce job for us. So you know that MapReduce only understands Java. So Facebook developers come with their own tool. They named it Hive. It writes Java program for us, but we are writing SQL queries. It is very good for analyzing huge data sets using SQL-like interface. It is not SQL, but yes, it is like SQL. It is called HQL, Hive Query Language, or we can write descending order also. We have to write DESC. It is just the order. So Ravi has the lowest marks, that's why it is on the top, and then Ranj, then the highest Lavnish is on the bottom because it was in ascending order. Now I am writing in descending order, so Lavnish will be on top, then Anu, then Raju, then Ranj, then Ramesh, and at the end there will be Ravi. See, so there it is called order by. We can also use limit because when we have lots data sets, then we have to work with this limit parameter most of the time. Select star from student info limit, like I want to limit it to 3. It will only show me 3 rows. You can see Lavnish, Anu and Aman, top 3 rows it has showed me. So it also has joins, so we can join two tables also. Important step is that it is very important where the databases are stored in our HDFS. I want to show you databases are stored inside our Hive warehouse folder. You have to go inside user, Hive and warehouse. Here you can see all the databases. We don't have permissions here, so I can show it using terminal. I can show it using terminal. So Hadoop FS ls you can see this students DB. So yes, all the tables are stored inside warehouse directory inside our HDFS. Okay, now we were doing some queries, and you can do different kind of queries like we do in SQL. Okay, you can do analysis of data, you can find missing pattern in data using SQL queries. Okay, you can also create a partition table. Okay, and you can create partition table. While creating a table, you have to write partition by, and you have to specify the column by which you want to partition the table. So for example, I can create a table. So partitioning improves query performance and reduce scanning. So you have to write, like if I want to create a new table inside my students data, I can use what I can write, or I can write create table sales ID. You can also do joins and all in Hive sports joins also. ID amount is data type is float, and amount already I did. ID and amount, enough. 2 columns are enough. Now I have to write partition. No, spelling is wrong. partitioned, partitioned by. I have to specify the column name, like I can partition it by year. I will explain you why we are doing it, what are the benefit of creating partition table. Month, I am creating 2 columns, 2 extra column, but I am specifying that I want to partition by these. So I will write same row format delimited, fields terminated by Partition table means that I am creating a table which has sub partitions, sub tables by year and month column. For example, if I has millions of records of the different employees of India, if I want to find specific employee, it will take me forever to find because it has millions of record and it will check one by one to find that specific record I want to find. But in partition table, it will partition the table by the year and the month column, and I can quickly find that specific person which I want to find in the table. It is called partitioning. Hive also has a bucketing which is used to create sub tables using mathematical formula. It will create a buckets, and we can specify the number of buckets we want to create. For example, I want to mm, create a bucketing for a table. I can create a table using. Then I will load the data. If I will load a data into this table, it will partition it by basis of year and month column. And now I am showing you bucketing example. I will write create table, like for example bucket, okay, bucketed students, and it has id column. Id has int data type and name has string data type. Okay, now I will write clustered by, I have to specify a numeric column here. It is very important. Bucketing do mathematical operation, and it required a unique numerical column and into 4 buckets. For example, you can specify any number of buckets. Done. So I have created bucketing method. So what is bucketing? Bucketing helps joins performance, and it improves the overall performance of the queries execution time, and it also works with other analytical engines like Tej and Spark rather than MyProduce, but it creates sub tables on the basis of a column that I will specify here. It will create 4 buckets and then put all the data into 4 different buckets by the basis of their ID. It will divide data into 4 buckets so that if I will try to find some data in my large table, it will find that data in specific bucket only. So it will not scan whole database one by one. It will improve my performance of analyzing big data. So yes, these are the 2 techniques that are used by Hive to analyze large data sets. Okay, bucketing and partitioning. Now, if I will put some data into this table, it will create a partition on the basis of year and month column. And if I will put some data in this table, it will create 4 buckets on the basis of ID column and will put my data into 4 buckets. If I will put only one row, it will put my data in first bucket and will keep other 3 buckets empty. So you have to keep this thing also in your mind. So what are the real-time use cases for Hive? It is used for data warehousing, ELT pipelines, log analysis, e-commerce trend analysis, banking fraud detection. Specifically, when we are handling large data sets, Hive is used. Okay. So yes, we are done with this practical session. In another practical session, I will cover joins and more advanced operations like aggregation and all. But yes, I told you how to upload a file to HDFS, how to create external table, how to create managed table, how to load from local file into our Hive table, how to query using Hive, and it was a small demonstration. So yes, thank you for watching my YouTube video. I will cover some other advanced topics in some other video. Till then, study more about these techniques and we will do some actual practicals on these technique, and then we will find out how these bucketing and partitioning is improving our our analysis performance on large data sets. We will load actual large data set into our Hive, and then we will perform some practicals. Thank you for watching.